So I put this little document together of pentatonic scales in 8 keys. And the 8 keys that I'm using happen to be 4 of the keys from volume 1 of my harmonica method and the 4 keys in volume 2. I am working on finishing up volume 2 of my harmonica method this week. So just want to give you a weather report. It's snowing very heavily here in Nashville, Tennessee. Volume 2 started production on a snowy day, a snowy week where I didn't have a whole lot to do. And that was many months ago. And now we have another kind of snowed in situation, and I'm finishing the project. So it started on a snowy day, it's ending on a snowy day. I thought that was cool. I'm putting together. Volume 2 has more visual resources than Volume 1. There's PDFs you can download, and a number of times I'm creating these exercises, and I've written them out, and I'm playing along with them. I'll try to give you 2, 3, 4. Anyway, back to this image. I also, during the bulk of the lessons, rather than standard notation, I'm using harmonica tablature. It's just probably something you're familiar with. It's whole numbers and arrows, and then sometimes the arrows are a little different looking. They're hollow, and that indicates to push the slide. So anyway, volume 2 is almost done, and it's kind of a new, improved way of presenting things as far as more visual aids. That's one thing we got going on. And so anyway, I was in the middle of working on a lesson here for volume 2. This is, I was doing minor exercises in the 8 keys. And I thought, I should do minor pentatonic. So I quickly put this together. But then I got to thinking about the minor pentatonics in these 8 keys. There's 3 of them that have the same breath pattern. And that's the whole point of this video. So I've got this these little highlighted things I can move around. So look at E minor, and then you can see the same yellow boxes around F minor. So let me just show you this. I got, starting on hole 2 blow, we're going to play 2 blow notes and 3 draw notes to play this figure. Check this out. I'm going to push the slide in and hold the slide in and play this one in F minor, and it's exactly the same. We just have the slide pushed in. I'm going to show you the other 2 places where this happens. I'm going to move this yellow box here to A minor. Kind of resize it, and then we have B flat minor. Again, these are a half step apart. So I'll play the A minor first. Pushing the slide in, and I get B flat minor. There's one more of these. This is going to be over. I'll just do this part of the D minor. And whereas E flat minor is right here. So D minor. And now to E flat, I just push the slide in and hold it in. Anyway, I I have presented this on YouTube before. However, I didn't have this visual aid with these yellow boxes that I could move around. I thought that makes it pretty clear. Um, and I could color code these yellow boxes and show you all three of those things. Um, I'll probably do that just as another visual aid. I want to say this with the pentatonic scales that have the same breath patterns. Um, E and F are real obvious. D and E flat were not as obvious because I was in the habit of using the slide sometimes for F and C. And as I began to work with E flat minor more, like just practicing it, I had a session where I had to play it. Anyway, I just was playing the scale and patterns over and over and over and over. And I like the feeling of not changing the position of the slide. And if you know me and my teaching philosophy on the chromatic harmonica, I'm always emphasizing, oh, when you can, use the slide F and C when it makes sense to use it. So when I went back to D minor, I was like, let me try those same patterns and not use the slide for F and C. Anyway, I was like, I like the slide not getting in the way. I like it that I'm not using the slide at all. So my studies of E flat minor changed the way that I approach D minor. So just so you know, that's my experience as a student. We're all kind of on different places on the path in the journey. So that was my experience. I had the same experience with B flat minor. I had to really spend some time with B flat because for volume 2, I'm teaching a B flat blues lesson, and I was not as connected to the key of B flat as other keys. So I had to get more fluid with B flat minor pentatonic. When I went back to A, and realized I could play the same exact breath patterns, no change in slide position. Because I was using sometimes the slide C. See the slide? And maybe that was slowing me down because my experience with the patterns, my experience playing the minor pentatonic patterns in B flat minor was that it flowed pretty well. What if I tried that on A minor, instead of using the alternate C? So anyway, so I've stopped using the alternate slide C as much when using the pentatonic scale and playing those patterns in the key of A and D, and I've been influenced by my studies of these two parallel keys that are just a half step away, E flat and B flat. Anyway, I hope this helps.
Give my life some kind of test. I might as well do my best, so that on the judgment day he will look at me and say, well done, you followed my advice. Now enter paradise, just beyond these shining gates, your destiny awaits.